Could somebody please make it make sense?
Hey everybody, welcome to A Pop of Culture. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be discussing all of the quote-unquote drama and controversies I've been in as a content creator. I am not about the drama. I'm just here to make commentary videos where I speak on pop culture, social justice, and human experience from a Black, bisexual, millennial, Gen Z perspective. But I've had a lot of negativity thrown my way, and I've reacted to that negativity. And I just want to allow my audience to see things how I see things in immense detail, because I feel like it's very easy as a viewer of a content creator to get half the story, a part of the story, and to develop your own conclusions. And I just want to share everything with y'all, because people have been trying to share a bit of a piece of a story to try to push certain narratives. And I've worked too hard as a content creator to build this channel and to build this brand to allow people to malign me before I've even had a chance to pop off as a content creator to benefit from the work that I've put out there. So this video is me taking control back from people who've tried to take control from me, who've tried to ridicule and humiliate me. So if you're interested in that, feel free to watch. If you're not about the drama, if you just like me and my content, feel free to just wait for my next upload. I have a scripted commentary upload coming very soon. This is just something I had to address because I feel like this drama, unless I attack it head on, it's just going to linger in the background and interfere with my ability to build an audience, build a platform, and do what I came on this platform to do. So we gotta address it. We gotta get this handled so we can move on. Addressing my harassment. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Laquan, aka Qlassics, it's your turn now. Yes, this is a reference to Keke Palmer's iconic bop, My Turn Now, from the movie Jump In. We stan Keke on this channel. Currently streaming the song as I write the script. I don't know what led me to make this video, but something made me think back on how things went down in our last few interactions, and I'm ready to pull your card. To pull a few cards, really. Now, some of you may be saying, Qlassics deleted their channel, so why are you pressed? Julian deleted all of his content, or privated his content. They deleted the content, so why are you pressed? Why not just move on and focus on you, your brand, and your channel? And here's what I want to say to that. I get that, I understand that, but I just want to share my piece. I want to speak my piece on this so I can have my piece over it now and forever. Like, this should be the last time this comes up, because I did not come on here just to talk about drama. But I just want to speak my piece, because I can't tell you how this drama, this negativity, the harassment has impacted my ability to create content, which was my goal when I got on this platform in the first place. When you have people constantly going in on you, going after you, bullying you, trying to make you feel small, trying to make you feel like you're worthless, like you're talentless, like you don't matter. And when you have people who are cheering those people on, it can make it hard for you to continue to see that drive, to see that goal that you had when you started your channel. Because it's just like, when you're small and when you're trying to build your audience, that small number of haters, that small number of people who wish ill on you, they can seem so huge. So I just want to speak my piece on the negativity I've experienced so I can usher in this new era. If you watch the Proud Family video, if you watch the Shade video, if you watch the Black femininity is turning anti-Black video, I'm getting back into my content. I'm speaking on the things that matter to me, but I just need to speak my piece on the harassment and negativity I face, because it needs to be said. People don't deserve to be continually harassed, ridiculed, humiliated, when all they're doing is making videos trying to put themselves out there. I did not deserve the mistreatment I got, and it's my time to say my piece and go about my merry way. Let's go back like Aretha. I want this video to be easily understood by anybody watching, so let's break some stuff down. I am the Esoteric and Facetious. I am a 23-year-old content creator who makes commentary videos and video essay podcast videos on this channel related to pop culture, social justice, and human experience from a Black, bisexual, millennial, Gen Z perspective. And over the last few months, I've been harassed by a content creator by the name of Laquan, or Qlassics, and others. In today's video, I'm going to be speaking my piece on some of the things that have happened. I addressed some of the drama earlier when it was going down, but today I'm going to cover everything in immense detail. I've had the time to unpack what went down, so this isn't going to be an overly emotional video where I'm so overcome with emotion I can't think straight. As I said, I make commentary and video essay podcast videos. I started making videos in 2020, and ever since I've put forth effort to make engaging and informative content related to my interests. My goal is to become monetized and to build a successful social media brand related to my commentary and singing. My channel was fairly under the radar until I made some videos calling out Charlie Gold, a morbidly obese Black woman who critically attacked other morbidly obese women under the guise of advocating for health. That video was one of my first videos to take off. My Charlie Gold videos were well received, but that momentum sizzled out once people realized I wasn't on YouTube to bully overweight women. I didn't even care that Charlie was overweight. What I cared about was how vicious and nasty she was being to others while she was pretending to be this advocate of health. She took fitness and weigh-ins off her channel but had the nerve to complain about Amber and Chantel while using them as a meal ticket. While my Charlie Gold video was my most watched video, my 𝑭𝒂𝒕𝒄𝒉 videos really changed my channel. I think these videos had such a major impact on my channel because I was a longtime viewer with a lot of knowledge on him and his content. Since I was a longtime viewer and also a critical thinker, I was able to create videos that were legitimate critiques of his problematic actions. I also share a lot of traits and interests with 𝑭𝒂𝒕𝒄𝒉 and a lot of his fans, so I think it's natural people would stick around on my channel more than they would with Charlie. 𝑭𝒂𝒕𝒄𝒉's paper-thin arguments, filled with logical fallacies, dishonesty, and hate for others, had no chance against my critical thinking and my elephant memory. I think that's why I'm the dirt queen he hates most, because no matter what read he throws at me, I'm not fazed. I can see the man behind the curtain pretending to be a wizard and show others. As long as there are people around like me who would tell it like it is, he can't paint this image that he's this innocent victim. Like me or hate me, I was speaking facts in those videos, which is why people used everything from my numbers and engagement to my appearance to my singing to tear me down. They couldn't dispute my content, so they used everything outside of the content to try to humble me into submission. Didn't work though. I start making 𝑭𝒂𝒕𝒄𝒉 content and everything is going well until two things happen. One, the content creator Julian Echelon love bombed me several times into collaborating with him to then shade me in my content on a live stream after calling me his friend. Imagine that. Someone watches every single one of your videos, praising your content in the comment section. They compare you to the likes of 𝑭𝒂𝒕𝒄𝒉, I'm not sure to pronounce that, but they are doing big things on the platform. You have private conversations about your goals as a content creator. They have ample time to tell you how they feel about your content, but they wait until you're not on a live stream to make fun of you. Keep in mind, I mentioned my singing goals to Julian during the call. He said nothing about my singing. He said nothing about the singing content. Even though I spoke at length about the goals I had for that channel, he had nothing to say in that private phone call, but everything to say on a live stream where you could go in on me with others for likes and engagement. We're going off script for a second, but one of the things I find so funny is Julian constantly would say how I can't take criticism, how I'm a bitch, I'm a this, I'm a that, I'm all these negative things, these negative words. He would try to apply them to me. A lot of words that are negatively used towards queer men, he would try to apply towards me, even though he himself was deleting his channel, privating his videos, threatening to dox people on lipstick alleys, claiming that he had looked up their names and their usernames and accounts. He claimed that he had looked up their names and knew their identity, knew their places of work, and he was going to expose that if they didn't stop. So it's funny to me that he keeps trying to say I can't take criticism and I'm so weak when I never did any of that. If someone got nasty with me, if someone got vile with me, I just clicked hide user from channel and went about my way. If people like Qlassics started shit with me by starting to harass me through content, I took care of it, got the offensive, hateful content off the internet and went about my merry way. So for you to sit there and act like I'm the bitch baby, I'm the weak one, when people started putting heat towards you, you ran and hid like Aang. You didn't want to rise up and defend yourself, so you can't tell anybody anything about not being able to take criticism. The audacity, the gall. But okay, we're gonna get back on script. One thing people also seem to forget is I didn't initially make a video about Julian. When I got the news he made fun of my content behind my back, I simply left his Discord and moved on with my life. Julian was the one who couldn't leave good enough alone. Julian was the one who wanted to control the narrative and silence me into submission. He saw that someone made me aware of him shading me on his live stream and my YouTube comments, and he tried to force me to see things his way. Imagine that. You shit talk someone behind their back, and then you want them to immediately take your side. He wanted me to take his side before the live stream was even public. Just believe me. Yes, I was talking badly about you, making fun of you, but don't be mad about it. Immediately forgive me so I don't have to face the consequences of my actions. No accountability. No sorry. Trying to force me to take his side immediately after multiple people came to me telling me about how he was shading my content behind my back, playing it on repeat for laughs as people in his audience went in on me. And when I didn't get in line, the hateful videos and live streams started. Going off script again, remember I said when everything was good, he compared me to 𝘎𝑗𝒆𝒄𝒉 or Embo, I'm not sure how to pronounce the name. When we were good, I was such a great content creator. He donated to my Cash App saying great camera, great setup, great video, everything's great. But the second I refused to immediately forgive him for talking shit about me behind my back, I'm the worst content creator, I'm the worst singer ever, I'm a bitch baby, I'm everything but a child of God. Love how that works. If you don't like my singing, fine, whatever. But to sit there and make fun of me on live stream after singing my praises and remaining silent on that content when you had the opportunity to speak on it in private, that is fake. That is some two-faced bullshit if I have ever seen it. I was barely getting any views and engagement on either of my channels, so why send any negativity my way? You switched up on me because I wouldn't immediately forgive you for being shady behind my back. Where they do that at? And you built a name for yourself feeding my haters. So let's talk about it. People were already feeling a way about me and my content since I was getting a tiny bit of positive attention. I swear, some people online are so insecure and jealous. I had 4 videos perform well, and people were so ready to talk shit about me. I was unmonetized and still unknown, getting little to no engagement on my non-Quadir related videos, even though they were just as good, if not better. Anytime someone would sing my praises, another person would swoop in to slide in a diss. Yes, apopofculture's content is good, but he ain't all that. Not to sound full of myself, but I think a lot of people saw my potential as a creator when they watched my Quadir videos. Folks realized if I made the right video that popped off in the algorithm, I could actually do this YouTube thing for real. While people enjoyed my content, some folks had an issue with the fact I was gaining momentum off the 𝑭𝒂𝒕𝒄𝒉 drama. Let's go there. There are people who shit-talked 𝑭𝒂𝒕𝒄𝒉 for free on �lipstickalley.com, a toxic urban blog website, for years. While they may have gotten likes and engagement on their blog posts, this paled in comparison to the love and engagement people received for actually making on-camera videos on Quadir, because people can resonate with a name and a face, a living, breathing human being, in ways they'll never connect with an anonymous blog user. While people were glad to see content creators speaking out against Quadir, there was also a lot of jealousy and hate that came with people getting attention for making Quadir videos. I think this is because on the blog, everyone is equal. You talk your shit, I talk my shit. No one is above anyone. No one is above anybody else. We're all the same. But on YouTube, things are a little different. Instead of a blogger-blogger relationship, it's a creator and viewer relationship, a creator and subscriber relationship. I make content, you watch. There is a hierarchy or power differential between a content creator and viewer not present on the blog. Some people in the blogs felt they had the ownership over Quadir and hated to see Grace, Julian, me, and others getting any praise for our content relating to him because it disrupted their shit-talking ecosystem. No longer was everybody equal on an anonymous hate forum. Now folks were getting views, likes, and subscriptions for their takes and content. People didn't like that. They were the true 𝑭𝒂𝒕𝒄𝒉 critics. Only they could benefit from critiquing him on their hate thread. So they took the same hateful energy they had been putting towards Quadir for years towards anyone who spoke out against him on YouTube. It's laughable. People who talked shit on a forum every day for years were acting like Julian was crazy for making 3 videos. 1, 2, 3. Sis, you have been talking shit for over a year. Since 2017. Since 2015. Since 2012. Some of y'all have hit a decade on shit talking. Some even earlier. Every day, page after page, thread after thread. But you want to say he's doing too much by making 4 videos. Girl, bye. If you shit talk Quadir and Lipstick Alley for years, you have no ground to judge any content creator who made videos about him. We put ourselves out there. Y'all shade folks from the veil of anonymity like you have no flaws or shortcomings. Some of y'all DirtKweens disgust me. People were so quick to call any perceived visual flaw, and I say that in quotations, in Grace, Julian, myself, and others who are brave enough to come on camera. How dare we look like everyday ordinary people? How dare we speak on Quadir if we ourselves aren't the human embodiment of perfection? By your standards. I'm sure every anonymous blogger is perfect in every way. I don't have to be perfect in every way to critique Quadir's years of wrongdoing. Who do you think you are judging me when your life revolves around nitpicking a YouTuber you claim to hate? Y'all claim to hate him so much, but you get a hard on anytime he starts hurling insults at people. If he's doing nothing with his life, you're watching him do nothing with his life, which is even more sad. But anyways, let's get back to scheduled programming. So the first incident that happened was Julian shading me on a live stream stream. Next, we get to the cover compilation by 𝑾lassics, but before we address that, we need to get into some background details. 𝑾lassics is a channel that reposts old 𝘎𝑗𝑎𝑟 videos and creates different edits of his content, and my content now without my consent. 𝑾lassics started out as someone who clearly enjoyed my content. They subscribed to me, they shared my content on their community tab, they even left positive comments. However, something changed one day. They made the assumption I was a Lipstick Alley account by the name of 𝘎𝑙 or 𝘎𝙤𝙤𝙚. 𝑾lassics decided that because of their assumption, they had the right to expose and harass me. What's funny to me is how 𝑾lassics, who routinely makes videos to make fun of 𝘎𝑗𝑎𝑟 and others, who's constantly talking shit about 𝘎𝑗𝑎𝑟 on a forum, so gung-ho about quote-unquote exposing me as this account. 𝑾lassics had nothing to say when 𝘎𝑗𝑎𝑟 called trans women niggas with titties, or when he called for the death of black gay men, or when he attacked Britney for being open about her abuse. 𝑾lassics has never critiqued 𝘎𝑗𝑎𝑟's extreme bigotry on their channel. 𝑾lassics had no proof I was 𝘎𝑙. Lipstick Alley and the 𝘎𝑗𝑎𝑟 Howard thread are full of black queer men who like watching black YouTubers and discussing pop culture. Trying to distinguish between black queer men who like black YouTubers and pop culture on a gossip forum is like trying to find a used pair of underwear from Goodwill without a shit stain in it. Not easy. 𝑾lassics went out of their way to find posts from this account that would paint me in a negative light. They took snapshots of posts from this profile that they felt they could use to vilify me in order to negatively affect my reputation as a content creator. You try to destroy something you did nothing to create. You have no idea what it means to create something that doesn't exist to tear somebody else down. Remember something. I was just starting to get momentum with my Charlie and 𝘎𝑗𝑎𝑟 videos. I'm not monetized. When 𝑾lassics tried to malign me, I was barely getting any engagement at all. Simply teaching myself how to use a camera, building my YouTube set, making investments in my channel as I could, writing scripts, learning social media algorithms, and editing softwares, doing everything in my power to build the social media brand I envisioned for myself. I was just starting to get traction, and I already had someone trying to turn people against me. This was an especially insidious attack as I was not able to defend myself. I didn't even know about these allegations until months later, and you can argue by then the damage had already been done. Even if I was 𝘎𝑙 or 𝘎𝑗𝑎𝑟, those snapshots are not the whole story. And Laquan knows it. We'll get into that in a moment. They're simply snapshots taken to malign me as a creator and to present this idea I'm not truly about social justice, which is a bold-faced lie. 𝑾lassics saw countless posts of 𝘎𝑙 advocating against hate and bigotry. 𝑾lassics saw that vitriolic posts were directed at bigots saying even more hateful things, but somehow conveniently forgot to mention that. It would be one thing if 𝑾lassics was trying to expose me as this account in order to bring forth some form of accountability, but it was never about accountability. If it was about accountability, 𝑾lassics would have never promoted Grace after he was made aware she was a TERF. 𝑾lassics said nothing about Grace's transphobia and continued to promote her content after being told she was a TERF despite having trans friends. Grace was never given a meme video where she was ridiculed in front of a larger platform, even though her vicious bigotry warranted it. If it was about accountability, 𝑾lassics would have never promoted Julian's content. Once it was revealed, he doxed people and was actively harassing me. 𝑾lassics never held Julian Echelon accountable for doxing others or harassing me. 𝑾lassics eagerly shared live streams of Julian harassing me to their community tab, hoping to bring even more traffic to my harassment. Just like 𝑾lassics eagerly shared another copy of their video they created to harass and ridicule me after I'd been copyright striked on YouTube. But that's okay because it's him. He gets to decide what's right and what's wrong. No one else. Julian was never given a meme video where he was ridiculed in front of a larger platform, even though his hateful actions warranted it. 𝑾lassics was fine with harassment as long as it was directed towards me. I was the one who received the manipulative snapshot treatment that he hoped would dissuade people from supporting me. I was the one who had my singing, which was hurting nobody, posted on a larger platform with the intention of ridicule and humiliation. I was the one who had my privated cover content reposted with the intention of ridicule and humiliation. After I clearly stated I was removing the content and getting voice lessons to improve my craft, 𝑾lassics refused to allow me to evolve. I'm not allowed to evolve as a singer and move on past my old content if 𝑾lassics wants to make a video harassing me. Hey y'all, today's video is going to be about people refusing to allow you to evolve, and this is a video that's related to some recent drama but not completely about that drama because I already covered the drama. This is not a drama channel, this is a commentary channel, a video essay commentary channel, so we're just going to be having a little chit chat. Okay, so let's get into it. So basically, there was a situation last week or whenever it was, where basically a content creator, I had given them constructive criticism on some of their actions. They'd been doing a lot of problematic stuff for a period of years, but of course that person is not very receptive to constructive criticism. So every person that gave them constructive criticism, they lashed out at them, they called them out of their name, ad hominem attack, ad hominem attack, ad hominem attack, which is kind of their thing. That's kind of what they do, which is fine. It is what it is. They decided to come for my singing, which is what it is, because I'm pursuing lessons, I'm working on my craft. So I know that how I sung in the past, how I was in some of my past videos, that's not all that is me. I'm more than a bad performance. If you're not aware, I actually ended up privating my old cover content because I was just like, you know what, I'm taking this seriously. I really do want to make music. I am going to make music. I'm going to pursue lessons. I'm going to do everything in my power to become the best singer I can be and to make the best music. I'm the best vocalist I can. So for me, I decided, you know what, some of this old content is not representative of my talent, my gift, my abilities, and I only want things that are of quality, things that show me in my best light on this channel. So I'm gonna private this content and go on a hiatus. And I went on the hiatus, and I'm still on the hiatus. I'm thinking about maybe doing some Christmas covers because I love Christmas music. I think Christmas music, especially Black Christmas music, is just so fun. I enjoy listening to it. I find the music fun. It takes me to a certain place, very nostalgic. So I am thinking about doing a few Christmas covers, just making sure that everything's right when I do them, making sure I'm using the right techniques and everything's the way it needs to be. But anyways, I am on hiatus. I acknowledge that some of my covers weren't the best quality. I acknowledge I have a good voice, but I need some help. I need some additional training. I need to work out some of the kinks when it comes to my singing. When that YouTuber read me, I didn't really feel much of anything, as I've said before, because they themselves have issues with their singing that they definitely need to address if they want to be taken seriously as a musician. That really didn't annoy me because that person, they lashed out at anybody who gives them constructive criticism, so it didn't really mean much to me. But what annoyed me was this person, they uploaded some old clip that they saved to their phone or whatever to go with the video of the person going in on me. And the thing that annoyed me is this person, they were trying to hold me to my past ability in my past video. They were trying to make fun of me. The message of this video is this person was refusing to allow me to evolve. They're refusing to allow me to change. And I just want to speak about why that triggered me so much. You may have a situation in your life similar to this. So for me, I am someone who loves singing, I love music, and I want to make my own music, especially R&B music, since it's something that's brought me so much comfort and joy over the years. And so for me, I was fine with the person reading me because that's all they do. Like, that's all they can do is shade people, tear people down. That's all they can do. They can't get their career to go in the way they want it to do, so all they can do is tear other people down. But what triggered me was the person who tried to pull up that old clip. They knew that I was going on hiatus. They knew that I acknowledged that I could use some work. I was working out some of the kinks. So it bothered me that they pulled that old video out of their pocket to try to get people to laugh at me. They put that on their platform of like 1.3K subs so that people could laugh at me. They were using my old content to try to paint this picture of me that isn't necessarily the most accurate. Because as I said, I'm someone who's working on my craft, I'm growing, I'm evolving. That 60-second clip is not all that there is of me. As a singer, I'm more than that clip. That one clip is not representative of all that I can be or all I'll ever be. And so it triggered me because I'm like, I'm trying to improve, I'm trying to grow, I'm trying to evolve, I'm trying to change. And for you to keep pushing that old content, keep trying to play that stuff to try to put me down, it shows less about me and it shows more about you. Because it's showing you are getting enjoyment out of seeing somebody not at their best. And you're trying to keep them there. That's the struggle I have with what they were doing, is they were trying to lock me into this position of where I was before. They were trying to lock me into this pitchy, off-key singing. I'm more than that, and I'm going to continue to grow and evolve. That's the thing that I want to get into here, is there are some people in your life or who are around you who may not want to see you evolve, who may not want to see you grow, who just want to remember you or see you in that one way. And it can be very triggering when you know that that's not all you can be, when you know that you are more than that. It can trigger you because you're like, I know I'm more than that. I know that I'm growing and learning how to be better than that. But it's like they want to keep you there. They want to keep you in that place. And the problematic thing about it is it can impact your trajectory, because for me, I know that I'm kind of like something in a pressure cooker, like something you have to cook overnight, something that's not immediate. I know that I've got a good voice, but I know that it's going to take some time. It's going to take some going over things, some rehearsals, some changes. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to take some stuff for me to get all the way where I want to be. It's not going to be an immediate thing. So one of the things that annoyed me is when people keep trying to push you into that old place, and when people keep trying to make you feel like that's all you can be, it can impact your trajectory. Because for me, when I saw that person trying to post that clip, it's like it makes me want to post a video where I'm just singing down and where I'm just showing like, you know what, see, this is what I can do. I'm so much more than that one clip. But the reality is, my trajectory is my trajectory. I don't need to change my trajectory. I don't need to change how fast I'm going when it comes to how I'm making moves in my life just because you trying to put me down. That's the message of this video. Sometimes in life, people are going to try to hold you to what you did in the past and where you were in your past. But I guess the thing I'm realizing is, for example, like, let's say I wanted to be a chef. Let's say that that's something I really want to do. And let's say that I'm somebody who's working on my cooking. Let's say that somebody in your life, they keep bringing up, but do you remember that one time you burned the macaroni and cheese? Do you remember the one time you burned the macaroni and cheese? And it doesn't matter how many times you have made good macaroni and cheese after that, they keep wanting to bring that up to you because it turns into a situation where they're wanting to keep you in a certain place because that place makes them comfortable and they get some joy out of that thought of you failing or not being as good as you can be. And so I just will say, I have a message here of, if you're somebody who's pursuing something, if you're someone who is working on a craft, never allow people to put you into a place where you feel you're not allowed to grow and evolve and where you feel you're not ever going to be good enough. Because that's the thing that I feel trigger me, because it's like I'm saying I'm growing, I'm putting in effort, and you're trying to push me to that old clip. It's like you're saying I can never be more than that, when the truth is I am more than that, and I'm doing my thing, killing it, getting better each and every day. It's like seeing me in pain turned him on. The more pain he saw in me, the more he would dial up the harassment. And a lot of y'all ate it up. Because just like with 𝑭𝒊𝒓𝒔𝒕, it was never about accountability for y'all. It was about enjoying seeing people being made fun of. My emotions don't matter as long as you get a cheap laugh at my expense. As much as I dislike 𝑭𝒊𝒊𝒓𝒐, his emotions don't matter to y'all as long as you get a cheap laugh at his expense. And that's something I want y'all to understand, because so many people have been caught up in the, oh, but he can't sing. He can't sing. Whether you think I can sing or not, whatever. But here was what my understanding of the 𝑭𝒊𝒊𝒓𝒐 critique was. The critique of 𝑭𝒊𝒊𝒓𝒔𝒕 was, you have over 100,000 subscribers. You've had multiple chances to break through in entertainment, whether it be you having the potential to have this show, whether it be him having the opportunity to audition for Wendy Williams, whether it be him having the opportunity to connect with Tichina Arnold, whether it be him, as he said, being friends with people who are millionaires or billionaires or whoever he said, whether it be him interacting with Shane Dawson, whether it be him at YouTube Blaque. 𝑭𝒊𝒊𝒓𝒔𝒕 had over 100,000 YouTube subscribers, was a full-time creator making money on YouTube and Patreon. He was somebody who already had the resources and access available to him to make his goals come true if he put the work in. I have always been a small unmonetized content creator fighting from the bottom, trying to make it. Whether you like my singing or not, I was never somebody who had the platform that 𝑭𝒊𝒊𝒓𝒔𝒕 had or has. I was never somebody who had opportunities because of my content. Even though I put work into my content, even though I made good content, I was never somebody who had engagement, who had followers. Even though I put my heart and soul into my content, I was never somebody who had opportunities and connections in regards to social media. So it's never made sense to me the way that people would go as hard on me and send as much hate to me as they would send to 𝑭𝒊𝒊𝒓𝒔𝒕, because I was never somebody who had connections, who had over 100,000 subscribers, who was monetized. I was always someone clawing from the fucking bottom. The reason why I go so hard on 𝑭𝒊𝒊𝒓𝒔𝒕 is because he's had opportunities and chances. His videos have been picked up by blogs. He's had a video hit over 1 million views. Multiple videos hit over 100,000 views. He had the engagement. He had the followers. All he had to do was act like he had some fucking sense and not be a fucking man baby. I never had any of that. I was always somebody clawing, trying to get to monetized status, trying to get a certain amount of views and engagement, clawing and fighting. So that's why the humiliation that Qlassics tried to put towards me never made sense to me. I was never somebody who had even had the chance to build something on YouTube before people were trying to shit on me and knock me down. Let's not sit here and forget, this dude, 𝘎𝑪 literally had Azealia Banks trying to do a song with him. Azealia Banks is somebody who is famous, who has impact, who has pull. If 𝘎𝑪 had played his cards right, he could have made it with the Azealia collab. I'm somebody who gets 5 to 10 likes per most of my YouTube videos, no matter how much work I put in. 𝘎𝑪 Howard had the chance to make a verse with Azealia Banks, an artist who's gotten mainstream attention, and he chose not to. I'm a person who gets 5 to 10 likes per YouTube video, so it never made sense to me the fact that people try to justify me getting hate on the level of 𝘎𝑲r when, one, he was somebody who actually had a platform and was making income from his content. I've never had people with pull in the industry interact or engage with me. I've never had the chance to make connections with people who could really make my YouTube career pop off, but I get the same hate and vitriol. I've always been someone who was at the bottom. It never made sense to me the hate and vitriol people would allow for me to experience. If you don't like my singing, that's whatever, but we're not going to sit here and act like somebody who gets 1 to 5 likes per video is somebody who needs to constantly be humiliated and put down. I actually want to take a little moment of time in this video to discuss the idea of if you're putting yourself out there, people are allowed to critique you. And I want to tie this to the idea that I mentioned with the idea of 𝘎𝑲r Howard having over 100,000 subscribers, having an established audience, having connections because of his reach on YouTube, having the ability to make full-time income on YouTube and Patreon through his patrons, through his support, through his viewership. I want to bring that up in context to the idea of if you're putting yourself out there, people are allowed to critique you, people are allowed to give their opinions on you. Because I feel like this has been conflated to allow people to harass me. So let's get into it. I agree with the fact that I, as a content creator, am putting myself out there, and because I'm putting myself out there to be judged in hopes of building an audience, getting engagement, getting followers, getting people who will engage with me, my content, so that I can have that audience when I decide to do future content and future projects. I do agree with the fact that I, as a content creator, by putting myself out there, I am allowing myself to be judged. But here's where I have an issue. And here's where I disagree with people justifying Julian and Qlassics' actions. Me putting out commentary videos, me putting out cover videos, yes, I'm putting myself out there for people to observe my content and to make judgments of my content. But the thing I want y'all to understand is, as a content creator, I have only 600-ish subscribers on my main channel, 342 subscribers on my cover channel. So one of the things I want y'all to understand here is when it comes to criticism for small content creators, the criticism of small content creators is commensurate to their actual reach online. So what I mean by that is, as a small content creator, if someone's critiquing my covers, if someone's critiquing my commentary videos, the amount of criticism is commensurate or equivalent to the amount of audience and engagement I have. So as a channel with only 342 subscribers, I make it criticism, I make it negativity, but it's going to be in line with the small amount of followers and engagement I have, and that's fine. But the issue I had with Julian and with Qlassics is they disrupted the natural small amount of criticism that I would get that would be commensurate or equivalent to the numbers I had on my channel, and decided to turn it into full-on harassment. I'm fine with someone critiquing my covers or critiquing my singing, but what I was not fine with was people creating content with the intention of harassing me, with the intention of belittling and demeaning me and trying to discourage me from pursuing something I'm very passionate about and that I have talent in. There is a difference between a 300 subscriber channel getting some negative comments and somebody with 4 times that amount of followers posting videos trying to put that content creator down and trying to put them in a negative light. Every content creator gets negative comments or criticism, but not every content creator gets larger creators making content explicitly trying to paint them in a bad light. Were there covers where I sounded pitchy? Yes, but there were covers where I sounded just fine, where I was killing the game. But people like Qlassics loved to keep posting videos where I sounded pitchy as this way to put me down and put me in my place. The shitty thing about this is I already acknowledged that I could use work as a singer. I already said I was putting effort in to pursuing voice lessons. I was trying to make sure every bit of content that was on the internet of me singing sounded great, showed me in my best light. So this person, they hear that, they see that I'm trying to improve myself. They see that I'm self-aware, and instead of backing up off of me and letting me grow and evolve and build the social media brand I came online to create, they keep trying to hold me hostage to my past. That's disgusting. Why is it that you think you can hold me back and hold me back in my past when I've already moved on and moved forward? That's the toxicity of Qlassics. It's trying to force people to stay in one position, stay at one skill level, so that you can laugh at them, so I can be your clown, so I can be your joke. I'm a human being with fucking feelings. And it hurts when you are trying to pursue something, when you're trying to show the skill and talent that you do have, that I do have. And somebody just wants to keep showing that snapshot of you being pitchy. Putting yourself out there is hard enough. It's made even harder when people like Qlassics sit here and keep trying to pull back the clips of you messing up. Because that's the reality of it. When you're going towards your goals, when you're going towards your aspirations, you are going to slip up, you're going to mess up, but it's okay because it's a part of the journey. The Qlassics won't let it be a journey. All they want people to see is the snapshot. And that's what pisses me off. It's not about not being able to get criticism. I'm fine with criticism. It was the refusing to allow me to evolve and always trying to show that snapshot of me so people can laugh at me, so people won't take me seriously. Don't you realize people already have this image of me when it comes to me and my singing because of Qlassics? Because Qlassics only showed the bad, only showed a tiny snippet of what I could do. Do you not think that impacts me? Do you not think that that impacts how I move forward when it comes to my content as a singer? Do you not think that has its impact? It does. And that's what this video is for, is just to show you the long-term impact of shitty behavior and harassment on content creators. I shouldn't have to sit here and worry that somebody's gonna post something with the intention of putting me in a negative light and painting me as less than what I am and less than who I actually am when it comes to me and my ability. But I had to deal with that for months because Qlassics just thought it was the funniest thing in the world to sit here and try to knock me down a peg. My goals, my aspirations, my mental health, my well-being doesn't matter as long as he can make a joke and some immature ass people, some hateful ass people can laugh at my expense. If your whole life is watching people get read and dragged, you don't have one. If it was all about accountability, Qlassics would have stuck with his decision to delete his channel. Don't forget, folks, Qlassics made a farewell post on his community tab and privated all of his videos after I called him out on his toxicity. You felt enough remorse for your actions to announce the deletion of your channel, but went back to harassing 𝑭𝒊𝒓𝒔𝒕, a poor, mentally unwell queer black man, because it was too much fun for you to give up. Because a poor, mentally unwell has-been YouTuber and a 20-something with little to no audience singing brandy covers are deserving of contempt and ridicule. Not the transphobe, not the bully, not the bully in the mirror. Like Michael Jackson said, I'm starting with the bully in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. Laquan, look in the mirror, look at your bully ass in the mirror and change your ways before you try to change other people's ways or judge them. Not the bully. The poor, mentally ill has-been YouTuber and 20-something singing brandy covers are the one that you choose to humiliate and ridicule. You have no grounds to judge anyone else's morals or actions. The word accountability and Qlassics don't even sound right in the same sentence. Nigga, your channel exists to relish in the despair of 𝑭𝒊𝒓𝒔𝒕, a poor, mentally ill, queer, black man who barely seems able to make ends meet. At least I suggested solutions and showed love for the content I did enjoy. You saw a video where this man claimed he was the son of God, and not in a general sense as in we are all children of God, that type of viewpoint. He believes he is the second coming of Christ, and instead of sitting here trying to contact authorities, instead of sitting here trying to get him help, you decided to post it to your channel so that people could laugh and kiki about it. But you want to be the judge. You want to be the judge, jury, and executioner for everybody else. The gall, the audacity. You just made a broke, stressed, mentally ill black man more stressed and mentally unwell. Qlassics didn't care about the clear mental health struggles 𝘎𝙬𝙗 or 𝘎𝙗𝙗𝙗 were facing. If he truly believed I was 𝘎𝙬𝙗/𝘎𝙗𝙗𝙗, that means he saw through the account I was already going through a lot and chose to make my situation worse by maligning me through snapshots and videos poking fun at my musical ambitions. And I kind of want to go there with something because I really feel like this is one of the things I've been holding on to that I didn't want to say, but I'm gonna go there. The literal last post that the 𝘎𝙬𝙗 account posted is saying that suicide is a justifiable response to the injustices and trauma that people experience throughout the world. That's literally the last post that this account made. So Qlassics, they think that this account is me. Julian, they think that this account is me. And they try to use these posts as blackmail. They go to whatever they can use to try to blackmail me and to try to make me feel the work I've put into my channel, the work I've put into my brand doesn't matter because we're going to try to use these few posts to malign you. And they scrolled past all the posts that were talking about suicide and mental health because that wasn't juicy. That wasn't the story. They couldn't use that to harass me and blackmail me. And I'm not trying to sound full of myself, but I feel like a lot of the hate that I got from Qlassics and Julian was because of jealousy. And it sounds so stupid. It sounds so dumb when you say it out loud, but I honestly feel like Julian and Qlassics both wanted to, quote unquote, be the one. They wanted to be the #1 dirt queen who called out 𝑭𝒂𝒕 and who made 𝑭𝒂𝒕 content. And so I feel both of them, for some reason, felt jealousy and animosity towards me because Qlassics was the person that everyone was going to for 𝑭𝒂𝒕 content, but my commentary, my scripted video essays, they gave something that Qlassics couldn't give because Qlassics wasn't willing to come on camera and speak to 𝑭𝒂𝒕 and their opinions on 𝑭𝒂𝒕. So I was giving something Qlassics was never willing to give since they were never willing to come on camera or even speak on an audio file and upload to YouTube. I don't necessarily know that Qlassics thought in their head, I'm the only person who can speak about 𝑭𝒂𝒕, I'm the head bitch in charge over here, but their actions show that. Their actions show I'm going to put you in your place because I'm the one who gets to have the clout, who gets to get the engagement off of 𝑭𝒂𝒕. Every time they posted a pitchy clip of me singing, it was saying I'm the one in charge. I'm the god out here. It's like, it was very much giving God complex. It's giving, I get to make the rules around here. I get to decide who is in and who's out. And Julian's given that too. I think with Julian it's worse because I think with Julian, he wanted to be the head dirt queen, the head bitch in charge. And what I never understood about it was I never wanted to be a 𝑭𝒂𝒕 content creator. As you see from my other content, I moved on from the 𝑭𝒂𝒕 content. I was talking about other stuff. I was never someone who just wanted to be a 𝑭𝒂𝒕 content creator. But I feel like with Julian, he saw it in me and my content and my brand that I was doing something that wasn't just being uncouth and vicious and angry, because anybody can be uncouth and vicious and angry like he is in his videos. Any emotionally traumatized queer black man can say hateful and mean and vicious things, but my content was something more than that. And I feel like he didn't like the fact that I was around and I could be somebody who made content that was empirically better than his. As much as you can rile up people with some bitches and some girls and some honeys and some hateful and toxic animosity and vitriol towards other people, that content is only got a certain appeal. My content with the video essays had a different appeal, and I feel like he was bothered by the fact that people liked me in a way they would never like him. And instead of trying to make content that was less vicious and nasty, it was about putting me in my place. Because the truth of it all is that the 𝘎𝒨/𝑛𝑜rmanti account was just an account where someone discussed black YouTubers and pop culture they liked. It was just a space where they own TERFs and bigots. Because when you're talking with people who are calling trans women animals and mentally ill, calling for the death of trans people, hun, it make it a little spicy. It make it a little heated, hun. It was never this big, bad, evil secret Qlassics was trying to make it out to be. If anything, the account was a cry for help, as the user repeatedly discussed their depression, their trauma, the trauma they experienced as a black queer person, and their struggle with suicidal ideation because of said trauma and depression. But that wasn't discussed in the post created to expose 𝘎𝒨/𝑛𝑜rmanti, was it? Qlassics combed through the post about suicidal ideation and depression, reading the post where a young black queer man was trying to find his place in a world that seemed to be made for everyone but him, reading the musings on pop culture and music, reading the advocacy for marginalized groups, and decided that none of that mattered. What mattered was maligning me. So he cooked up the perfect narrative to sell about me, that I was a dishonest SJW who didn't truly care about the issues I discussed, even though you read countless posts that proved the contrary. You tried to claim I was just as bad as 𝑭𝒂𝒕, who has said more bigoted things than I can count, and threatened violence on his critics. Because seeing me get a few views and likes was too much for you, I suppose. I had to be dealt with in whatever way you saw fit. Fuck my feelings. Fuck the work I put into my channels. Laquan gets to make a joke out of me whenever he likes, and if I call it out, I can't take criticism because I'm not cool with being maligned dishonestly and having my private content used without my consent for laughs. The same person who wouldn't come on camera for a minute thinks he gets to decide who is to be ridiculed and humiliated. I already said I had work to do. I already acknowledged my flaws. something y'all claim you wish 𝑭𝒂💧 would do. But that wasn't enough for you. It's Laquan's show, and if Laquan wants to bully someone, Laquan gets what Laquan wants. This is a video about control. 𝑾lassics tried to control me by maligning me and posting videos meant to ridicule and shame me. 𝑾lassics knew I was on a hiatus. 𝑾lassics knew that I was pursuing voice lessons trying to improve my craft, but 𝑾lassics still went out of their way to try to ridicule and humiliate me, to make sure it was hammered into their audience's brain that a pop of culture can't be a good singer, a pop of culture can't make good music, a pop of culture is just a joke. That's all you wanted to do, was to make me a joke. Let's go there. Even if I did post some shady comments on a forum, that doesn't give you the right to bash me anytime you like. Julian tried to control me by maligning me, spreading hate, and trying to blackmail me. All I did was tell Julian I didn't like being shit-talked behind my back. He's harassed me for months, trying to find out my identity to do who knows what. But I am taking my control back by sharing my side. Going off script again. I am not perfect. I'm not the perfect person, but I've never claimed to be the perfect person. A lot of people have tried to build up this narrative that I claim I'm this innocent saint who's never done anything wrong ever, when the reality is I've never claimed that. I've just presented myself as the person I am, a recent college grad with a passion for music, a passion for pop culture, social justice, and human experience, who's trying to build a platform, build a brand like so many other content creators out there. That's the thing I found so crazy about Julian. Julian, from what he shared on his community tab, watches a ton of content creators who are small creators. And so it's so funny to me that he can see value in them and what they do and their mission and their drive and see their talent. But when it came to me, because I would not submit to his narrative, I'm the most untalented, most boring, most stale content creator, even though you could get through my content just fine until I called you out. I just want to say here, I'm here because I love to create content. I love to give commentary. I see myself in content creators like Ariana Hook, Fab Socialism, Funky Dineva. I don't condone Lovely T's bigotry, but in her speaking her mind and saying how she feels about things as a Black person who is interested in pop culture. Well, like Tasha K, I don't get down with her either, but like I see her passion, I see her drive, I see these people making moves, doing things with their channel, with their brand, making moves, doing it big, and I want to do that too. But it's just been so hard to focus on doing that, making those connections, networking, getting my channel out there, getting my content out there, because these people keep trying to harass me, and it's hard to focus on your goals and aspirations when people are trying to malign you and put you down, and trying to do their best to make you look like a joke to their audiences. So I'm just focusing on me, I'm focusing on my brand, I'm focusing on bettering myself. So thanks for watching. Love y'all. Leave your comments down below. Thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Love y'all. Bye bye. See you on the next one.
Thanks for watching. Like this video if you like this video. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the points I made in the comments below. If you enjoyed this content, definitely like, comment, subscribe, and share. That way, even if YouTube isn't pushing my content, those who resonate with it are sharing it so it can connect with others who would enjoy it. Those are some easy, free ways to support a pop of culture. If you want to support this show financially, feel free to send a tip to my Cash App or buy me a cup of coffee. Both are linked below. All who donate will be featured in the credits of my long-form commentary and cover videos. There are 2 playlists that are going to pop up, one where you can binge watch my covers and one where you can binge watch my commentary. Enjoy. Bye-bye.